What's up, YouTubers? Alright, Matthew King from 1 here, reviewing Fear 3. Alright, so let's get it going. Alright, Fear 3 is the third installment of the series. You play as no other than the protagonist that was in the first Fear game. As you might remember from the end of Fear 2, the mysterious female foil Elena forces herself upon the game's playable character, Beckett, and becomes pregnant with his child. Well, for those of you who do not know who Alma is, let me tell you, Alma is an evil psychic demon manipulated by Archman, the same company responsible for Point Man's genetic enhancement. But her powers far outweigh his own, thus stopping Alma from having this kid is a name gained in Fear 3. Because, after all, if Alma is so powerful, who knows what she's capable of. I mean, from experience, it's pretty freaky. Because, after all, if Alma is so powerful, who knows what she is capable of. Right. Doing so, the game is pretty much based on you stopping Alma's baby, which is pretty obvious. Because you are being stopped by the operation of fellow Project Origin prototype Paxton Fettel. Another character, fans, you fans of the series, will be familiar with. The awesome thing about this game is you can play as Fettel, or Fettel, however you want to pronounce it, and then you're part of the game. But you must first beat the level in order to access this effing awesome feature. Well, Fettel is allowed to possess enemies and take over the body. Well, if that does not sound awesome, then, just keep watching this video. So, the campaign is also split screen, co-op, or just go online and play with people you may or may not know. But co-op possesses bodies. What else can make this game any more awesome? Because the co-op, your partner plays as Fettel, or how do you want to pronounce his name? Fettel. But your friend that plays as Fettel, it gets possessed bodies. Now that sounds pretty awesome to me. So like I said, you can do split screen co-op, or you can just go online and play with people that you know, or people that you just met, or you can host a game, or whatever you may want. So, what else can make this game any more awesome? The graphics are pretty good, but they're also not that good. But it's fair. The graphics are pretty fair. I mean, it's fair enough for me. Now, this is a first-person shooter game, FPS. Now, some may be thinking, great, another FPS. I mean, when are they going to stop making those? Well, it's different than your typical FPS such as Call of Duty. The voice acting is decent, but the music and just the feel of the game is what makes it pretty scary. I wouldn't recommend playing this game in the dark, alone, and if you can, in a surround sound system. Because there are a few jump scares, but it's not that bad. But I mean, there are a few parts that may freak you out, but it doesn't freak me out. So I mean, like I said, I would recommend playing it with surround sound, because when you do get those jump scares, surround sound would make it scarier. Just depends what you're in the mood for. But I would recommend this game over Dead Space any day. Some people have asked me that. How come you didn't get Dead Space? Because, I played Dead Space, and I've never played Fear, and just decided I'd pick up Fear. Dead Space also doesn't have online. So, it's awesome. Fear is way better than Dead Space. Some people may or may not agree, but, that is totally, completely fine. So, anyways, I would definitely, like I said, recommend playing this game in the dark. But then again, Dead Space and Fear are two totally, completely different games. Both, this is on Fear, both single player and co-op will require you to work your way through the same 8 stages, known as intervals. Playing through on co-op will allow you to blaze through the game significantly faster than playing on your own. The Fears 3 campaign is best enjoyed as a solo affair. In my opinion, I mean, it's just what I agree. But some people might also not agree. But that's just my opinion. Though the game is much more difficult this way, playing on your own maximizes the fright and scares. Co-op is a fun experience in its own right, but should definitely be left for those who have already played through the campaign once before. So after you play once before, then I would recommend going back and playing co-op, like online or split screen. But through the campaigns once before, mechanically, Fear 3 will feel familiar to the fans of the FPS genre. Your characters will have access to a number of firearms, explosives, and more. Pointman and Fatal can also use their own psychic powers, primarily in form of time slowdown time, for some insanely awesome adventure. I do have to admit, using a grenade in the game can be hard at times, but don't let that ruin the whole game for you to enjoy. But there's good news for gamers who are looking for more than a campaign. Fears 3's greatest strength rests in its multiplayer offering. There are 4 different game modes, which, if you buy the game new, I'm talking about if you go to GameStop and get the game, if you get it new or at any store, it comes with the pass access, 2 great multiplayer maps, which they are Effing Run and Soul Survivor. But the 2 others are Soul King and Contractions. So let's talk about Effing Run. You and your team have to run away from an ever incoming cloud of smoke while dodging and fighting enemies, with little room for error and no time to stop. You have to plow through obstacles while ensuring that the smoke never catches up with a member of your team. On the flip side, Soul Survivor is a unique mode where one of the 4 gamers is randomly made into a ghost that can possess other players. In the time allowed, the goal here is to turn the other 3 human members of the team into the undead before time runs out. Everything in Fear 3 is wrapped up into an overcoming score system that keeps track of your progress in single-player co-op and online. Points are mostly earned in single-player and co-op by completing certain tasks. Well, medium difficult and everywhere in between. So you may earn 1,000 points for using cover for 100 seconds, while 5,000 points can be earned for killing 10 enemies in a row without taking any damage. When carried points for use, you get points for doing different tasks. So it's like a job, I'll put it that way. So, yeah. When carried over to the points you're earning online, your profile will be leveled up, unlocking new perks and skills for you to use, no matter where you're playing, whether in the realm of single or multiplayer. Knowing about the ranking and stuff, after I heard about it, it's kept me playing. So I could just get that much better. Now, sometimes there are hard times to find online matches. Others, the point also makes your person stronger. So, like, the points can make a person more stronger and valuable. So, it can make you very strong. Now, as I was saying about online matches, they can be hard, but, you can just host one and pretty much within 10 seconds, you'll have someone in your lobby. The online on this game is 100 times better than the online on the others. Now, this is just from experience of what I watched on the internet. I've actually never played the others, so don't say, you don't even know because you haven't played the others. Zip it. But, other than the points, also makes your person stronger and more valuable. I love Fear 3, but I would recommend playing the second one, or at least watch a walkthrough of it before playing this. But the story and everything is great about the game. So Fear is out. Now go pick it up now, right now. It'll cost you $60, but it's by far the funnest game I've played in a while. So this game gets a perfect 10 out of 10 score. So hang on, let me rewind stuff back a little bit. Let's go back to Effing Run. We're going to put up a little gameplay of Effing Run while I'm talking about it. Alright, so this can be 2 players, 3 players, 4 players, or you can just do it solo by yourself. Now, there is a smoke cloud that has faces in it, like I've been saying. It's pretty freaking scary if you ask me. If that cloud catches up to anybody in your team, you and the rest of the team dies. Now, what I really like about the multiplayer is that each game has its own unique maps. Not any of the games are the same maps. I like that. That's pretty cool if you won't ask me. But if you do still happen to get this game used, how I said about F and run and all that, you have to buy the game new. Well, if you buy the game new, then you get the patch. But if you buy it used, then you can go to the PlayStation Store and purchase it for $10, or you can go to the Microsoft Store and purchase it for how many Microsoft points. I don't know about Xbox, but it is definitely worth $10. I mean, I know it's just 2 maps, but it's everlasting maps that are awesome. Because Soul Survivor is very worth it. It's a very fun. Now, you can do split screen multiplayer, like these matches, like F and run and all that. You can do that with split screen, or you can just do it the generic way online, or do it by yourself. So, if you have played this game, post a comment below and tell me what you think about it. And if not, post a comment below and tell me if you're going to get it. Because this is by far the funnest game I've actually ever played in a long time. I mean, the funnest game still I've ever played still has to be GoldenEye 64. I mean, I love that game. I absolutely love GoldenEye 64. But that's also a classic game, and I grew up playing that game. That's pretty much one of the first games I ever played. But Fear 3 is definitely worth the $60, and I would definitely recommend buying it. Do not hesitate. Do not even think about that you're not going to buy it. You're going to get your butt off the couch or chair or whatever you're watching this video on. Rush over to your nearest place that has it. Buy it. Play it. And if you have PlayStation, add it. Matthew 411. Because it'll be a fight that you won't ever forget. Thanks for watching.